G'day Bomber fans, another video for the day, but obviously as we know Ben McKay has followed in his teammates' footsteps. He's joined the Bombers, our second move of the free agency trade period. We get our man, North get their compensation. A lot to talk about here. I will go over what the deal means for us, but also the compensation aspect as well, so let's just get into it. So Ben McKay has joined Essendon on a 6-year deal. He joins us despite receiving strong interest from Sydney and Hawthorn. He comes in to fix our defensive issues. We obviously have BZT out the door, so we needed a big key back to come in and replace him. But even if BZT was to stay, we need McKay because you get a tall, strong defender who can hold his own when one out. This is important because it frees up other defenders to be less accountable for players they aren't playing on. You can trust McKay not to be bullied by Jesse Hogan or Tom Hawkins like BZT was. So now Ridley, who is close mates with McKay, can be free on his own, but McKay is an important player to have in the team to help our other defenders. I think that's what we will see most from this move. Sure, he is on average one of the best intercept markers in the comp. He averaged the most intercept marks per game last year and the fourth most this year. He reads the ball so well in the air. He's a good contested mark, but it's the fact he can be trusted against bigger forwards that I love. I would say his mobility and ball use is probably the biggest issue with him, so I wouldn't be comfortable with him in a foot race against Charlie Curnow, for example. But it's still not far off what you would get with BZT anyway. Now, I do want to talk a bit about durability, because in my other video today, I praised 35-year-old Todd Goldstein for the fact he plays so much footy. Ben McKay has had injury problems in the past. He only managed 15 games in his first 3 seasons playing at North, but since then he hasn't fallen under 15 games in a year, which is ideal. You do still find little niggles here and there. He has had some knee issues. The medical he underwent at both Essendon and Hawthorn wasn't a full success, and he didn't play a full season in 2023. For a key defender in a club that is very small in that position, we are undersized, it's something you need to change. I'd be pretty annoyed if McKay comes in and only manages 15 games next year. There is, of course, always the possibility of Zach Reed coming good, but we got McKay in so we can trust Ridley and other defenders to free themselves up. We can't go back and have Ridley playing that role he had to play at times in 2023 when BZT was at his worst. When BZT was getting bullied by Hawkins, we put Ridley on him, and that ruined our attacking defense. We have McKay on our list for 6 years. He needs to play full seasons. We can't have another Dylan Shield issue because this is a much more important player to the team. We can't just replace him. He is now our fullback. So let's get into the tricky part of the video, the compensation. It's been discussed a lot whether or not Ben McKay is worth pick 3, and really, you would be silly to say he is. That wouldn't just happen in a straight trade. But I think there are a few factors to this that people are just forgetting about. For starters, this 2023 free agency period is flawed, full stop. They have butchered free agency compensation by not adjusting the brackets after the CBA deal was agreed upon. So players have just gotten an increase in pay. They are being paid more each year, but the AFL have not taken that under consideration when giving out compensation. It's why Duday was worth pick 19, Matt Flynn pick 30, I think. Players are being paid more, around 10% more than they were last season. When you have a player earning high triple figures, that is a lot of money, and that is the difference between band 1 compensation and band 2. So if you're a club losing a player through free agency this season, you are automatically, well, you're not winning, but you're winning from that regard because it is so unlikely for you to be compensated less than what you deserve. Really, you're getting more. So you look at Ben McKay's contract, some say it's worth around $800,000. If that is the case, last year it would have been around $720,000, which may not have given North pick 3 in the draft through compensation. So the CBA helped us get this deal over the line. Now, did we pay McKay overpay McKay anyway? It's hard to say. We don't know what he's earning, but I think either way it went down, we would be overpaying from some regard. We would either be giving McKay more money to ensure North get their compensation they desired, or we give him less, North match the offer and force a trade, and then we have to cough up draft picks that we don't really have right now to get the deal done. Either way, we would have been overpaying, and that is because we needed a key defender. That is why I'm not too fussed with this deal. In fact, I think free agency was the best option. The system is so flawed, it's hard not to win out of it if you are either club. So yes, we may have paid overs a bit, but I think the fact it's pick 3 says more about the AFL than us. Keep in mind, free agency compensation is decided based on the current crop of free agents. People comparing McKay to players from other years doesn't really make sense. Really, I'm just happy to see this deal get done. After the first few free agency deals, we all knew this would get over the line. It's been such a strange free agency period. We get a big-bodied key defender, though, who can really help us next year if he stays fit. This is the most important move we had to make this off-season, and we made it, so now we can turn our attention elsewhere, knowing we are better off in defense because we are. Even if BZT was to stay, we look better in our back line. There is a reason why he was so highly sought sought after. Sydney wanted him, Hawthorn wanted him, but we get our man. Ben McKay joins the Bombers and will slot right into our defence. But that's all. 2 down, 2 to go. We obviously have Jade Gresham and Xavier Dersma both nominate us for moves. Gresham is a free agent. Dersma will need to be traded. Lots to play out. Still, cheers for watching. Like if you enjoyed, subscribe to see more videos like this. I am pumping them out at the moment, so don't miss a video by subscribing. Let me know down below what you think about this particular deal. I know it's a little bit more controversial than the Goldstein switch. Not everyone agrees on this one. But that's all. Cheers for watching, Bomber fans.